next, we will go to Rhonda Bartz.
Thank you for hearing me today and being open-minded to new ideas. The objective of my request is for the Council to fully understand where the agenda for the municipality of Edmonton originates and how to prioritize to thinking locally for finding solutions that affect the direct needs of Edmontonians. Keeping global out of local, I ask, why are we as Edmontonians in line with a global agenda called International Council of Local Environment Issues, or ICLEI? It's right in the name, international. There's nothing local at all about it. Canada has been involved for decades in global environment stewardship, and nothing can move forward without municipal actions. But Edmontonians, to play their part, need to look after Edmontonians' specific needs first while accomplishing these global agendas. To address the concerns of global agendas and ensure the environmental stewardship aligns with Edmonton's values and priorities while growing and building, the following recommendations are proposed based on practical insights and scientific evidence. 1, evaluating the cost-benefit analysis. A critical aspect of the Charter Bylaw 24,000 is where the $502.7 million per year over 10 years is being spent. Is this money aimed at addressing global sustainability and climate change goals, like the failed 60 million EV transit buses, which is a direct agenda item from ICLEI, as states on their own website, I quote, currently the city's energy transition strategy is working to reduce and replacing the city's dependence on coal, natural gas, and other unsustainable energy sources, unquote. Or would it be better to spend that $502.7 million per year over 10 years on locally funded programs that are currently underfunded, such as the daycares that we desperately need, lowering property taxes, improving the infrastructure that we desperately need, the affordable housing that's been mentioned, and so on. 2, municipal government should critically evaluate the necessity and relevance of international programs and partnerships related to sustainable development and net zero policies. Where these initiatives are found to be unnecessary or misaligned with local interests, opting out or renegotiating terms should be considered, allowing Edmontonians to tailor its environment strategies to its unique context and needs. Local governments must prioritize the well-being and interests of their constituents. 3, effective environmental stewardship requires genuine public engagement and consultation. Government should prioritize the voices and concerns of local communities over those of international funded stakeholders. This involves conducting thorough consultations with residents, Indigenous communities, and local businesses to ensure that environmental policies reflect the values and priorities of Edmontonians. Information must provide clear and accurate plans on the local community, as misinformation and lack of transparency leads to mistrust. 4, environmental policies should focus on addressing the immediate and tangible needs of communities. I bring up the 50% reduced cars. This is an impractical goal for Edmonton. No one is intentionally going across town for their everyday or weekly needs, and as we're trying to fix this with the plans in this report, I think we can agree that we need improved infrastructure. We don't need the seniors trying to navigate the snow and ice with their walkers in -25, and we don't need parents with their children trying to go grocery shopping to their 15-minute grocery store in -25-degree weather. Personally, I am a small business owner, and we have lost employees because they must rely on public transit as and it is too expensive or too inefficient for them to get to their job. So I think we need to start with looking at local issues being fixed first. Lastly, instead of focusing predominantly on reducing greenhouse gas emissions, environmental protection efforts should be redirected towards preventing industrial pollution. This approach addresses pollutants that have direct and immediate impacts on human health and ecosystems and have proven successful. Given the drawbacks of current sustainable development and net zero initiatives, it is essential to consider alternative approaches to environmental stewardship. By adopting alternative approaches, Edmonton can achieve sustainable development and growth in a manner that respects, enhances, and ensures the preservation of the Edmonton's way of life and rich natural heritage for our future generations. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Next, we will go to